It is much more what I thought it would be.
Before he was president, Cyril Ramaphosa owned more than 100 McDonald's joints. Uncle Cyril was busy making money moves, but that all changed when he was elected. Does that mean he has less money now? Join us as we uncover Cyril Ramaphosa's Lux life, from fraud scandals to his presidential bills. In 2001, Cyril Ramaphosa joined the private business sector. He launched a leading African black-owned and managed investment group company named Shanduka Group. The group is an investment firm. It became a black economic empowerment trailblazer. Shanduka Group quickly built a comprehensive portfolio, including MTN, Coca-Cola, and Standard Bank. Ramaphosa held many board positions, including chairman of Bidvest, Mondi, and MTN. He also held non-executive directorships at Max Steel, Alexander Forbes, SAB Miller, and Standard Bank. Last but not least, in March 2011, Ramaphosa reportedly used his excellent connections to make a deal with McDonald's Corporation. He was announced as South Africa's development licensee. This meant that Ramaphosa would be responsible for operating all McDonald's franchises in the country. Guess how many chains were under his management? At least 145. Although, when Cyril came into office as our president, he gave up his businesses. He did this so there wouldn't be any conflict of interest. He handed over McDonald's to a United Arab Emirates-based company. Ramaphosa pulled out all his investments from the Shanduka Group, but he is still involved in the Shanduka Foundation, a non-profit organization working in the areas of school development. But even after pulling out from all his major business deals, Uncle Cyril is still a big baller in South Africa. In 2015, he placed 42nd on Forbes Africa's 50 richest list. In 2017, the president's net worth was said to be 6.4 billion rands. Has it grown or shrunk? Who knows?
It's your hour of destiny.
We do know that mywage.co.za says the president would earn a little over 4.2 million rands a year, although that's nothing compared to the presidential perks that Ramaphosa enjoys. In case you didn't know, Mahlamba Ndlovu is our official residence for the president. It's based in Bryanterian Estate, Pretoria. Mahlamba Ndlovu means the new dawn. South African heads of government have lived there since 1940, when it was opened. The building we know today is slightly different from its original architectural look. Changes were made to adapt to new needs through the years. It has a beautiful entrance foyer, a grand staircase, and 2 large reception rooms. There's an elegant dining room which can comfortably seat 60 people for a formal function. The entire East Wing was recently adapted to accommodate both the president's home offices and the spousal office. The residence is located on the highest point within Bryanterian Estate. It's surrounded by beautiful formal and informal gardens, including a breathtaking view of the Magaliesberg to the north. The garden itself was declared a National Heritage Site in 1994, and there are other residences to which the president and his deputy have access to. They both enjoy the J.L. Dube House in Durban. Ramaphosa has the Genadendal residence in Grooteskuur Estate, Cape Town. Mashatile's housings are the Highstead residence in Cape Town and the O.R. Tambo House in Pretoria. Roughly 29 million rands have been spent on maintenance and cleaning at the Mahlamba Ndlovu residence. In 1 year alone, 11.2 million was used for that. And these millions are mostly spent when there is a state visit. Otherwise, Ramaphosa prefers the private luxury of his home. What do you think of Mr. Cyril's maintenance bills? Share with us in the comments. He owns a Fresnay mansion along a beachside in Cape Town. He sometimes rents this out to tourists. The estate has the best views of Robben Island because of its 3 stories. It has a perfect modern architectural design with an infinity pool outside. And the large balconies are the perfect spot for relaxing. Last we checked, he charged around 175k monthly as rent. Uncle Cyril also has a game farm known as Phala Phala. This farm became scandalous for Mr. President. One day, a former spy chief accused him of money laundering, corruption, and covering up a large theft of cash. Arthur Fraser said thieves had raided Ramaphosa's Phala Phala game farm in February 2020. They found at least $4 million in foreign cash hidden in furniture and made off with the money. Fraser implied that Ramaphosa covered it up so that no one would ask questions about where the money came from. And that's how the Farmgate scandal started. Mr. President responded to the accusation by admitting there was a break-in, but the amount of cash stolen was much smaller. He also denied covering up the crime. He was away when it happened, he said. Rumor has it, Ramaphosa also owns some townhouses and apartments across the country, especially in Cape Town and Johannesburg. And when he's not enjoying the Mzansi air, he travels between countries to perform his political duties. Did you know that Uncle Cyril doesn't own many fancy cars? Yep, he might be a property tycoon, but he has little care for vehicles, especially if you consider the state pays for his transport. Because of his official position, Mr. President is transported around by his presidential motorcade. Still, he does have some of his own. Buckle up! These are just a few of the cars Mr. President reportedly owns. But before we do that, have you subscribed to our channel yet? Make sure you do, so you don't miss out on any videos about your fave Mzansi celebs. First up is the Mercedes-Benz AMG C63. Newer models come with a hand-built, twin-turbo, 4-liter V8 engine. It's sleek and powerful. The engine makes for 503 horsepower. This AMG reaches 100 kilometers per hour in just 3.3 seconds. The most expensive in the 2023 range was just over 2.3 million rands. Word on the street, Uncle Cyril also has a BMW X3 M40i. The M40i offers a great blend of sportiness and luxury. Its 3-liter inline-6 turbo petrol motor is a legendary power plant. The Beamer can comfortably eclipse 100 kilometers per hour in under 5 seconds. Not too shabby for a big car, hey? And its price? The 2023 recommended retail was a little over 1.5 million. Of course, he has a farm, so Mr. President needed the Toyota Hilux Raider X. The website listed it for more than 670,000 rands. It has a 2.4-liter turbo diesel engine that delivers raw power. That's it for this episode of The Lux Life. Join us again next time when we'll be looking at another Who's Who. Like and subscribe. See ya!